Reading. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday.
But all the girls got me going in circles. It's time to get back at it again. Yeah, it's time to see who's really
Good morning.
You've been around, but you really ain't down. Yeah, you've been around, but you really
Good
ain't
morning,
down.
Reggie.
Took a minute, but I'm about to set the record straight. I'm still getting money up and down the interstate.
Hey.
All the rumors that they said wasn't adding up.
Buenos dias.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen,
Good morning.
it's me once
This
again,
boss
you know, Mr. Crossley,
a.k.a. Zeus. Happy Friday. I can hear the birds chirping, ladies and gentlemen.
I can hear the birds chirping.
I really can.
I can see the stage.
Let's go, Ed. You're looking gorgeous, Miss Diva.
But everyone knows it's hard to do when you rap. So many rumors to keep track of trying to level up. It's what's supposed to be this hard. Who can you trust? I'm supposed to be the God of sky and thunder, make it rain. How can they say these things about me? Do they feel my pain?
Yeah.
I wonder if they about what they were saying. Or maybe they do. That's why they keep saying they playing. See, I can take a joke, but if it goes too far and everyone's laughing like you know who you are, that's when the comedy turns into a tragedy. And it gets personal. Let's go into the arsenal.
oh my goodness, I once again owe you an apology.
I owe you
I didn't mean to say that. I was just being honest.
I was.
My name is Zeus, and I promise to tell you nothing but the truth.
I can hear the birds
A lot of birds chirping out here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm trying to fit like a piece of puzzle.
Hey.
But all these rumors got me
We all gotta go
going in
dark. I
circles.
agree, Dark
I can
Knight.
hear the birds chirping. I can see the snakes lurking. I'm trying to fit like a piece of the puzzle. But all these rumors got me going in circles.
Ooh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, yeah. It's out there all over the internet.
we have an open sky streaming. All are welcome. Yes, you all are welcome to be a part.
Dark Tree.
To be a part of the experience.
Blazing Grizzly. I see you, champ.
No.
All right, let's get this show started. You know what time it is. It's Friday. Hopefully, I don't gotta work too hard today, right? You don't want Zeus. You don't want Zeus working that hard today.
It's like a curse.
Oh yes.
And I can't
Callie
escape.
Love. Good morning, Challenger.
It's like deja vu.
Yo ho, 81. I see ya.
I'm like the Terminator screaming. I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class.
Nice
It's like
fly.
every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw I won't finish last.
Hey.
Sitting in my living room screaming.
Our programming. Hold on.
Cut it out, attacking. You know what happens over here? Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies if they text me. Hey, got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off in a spaceship. I'm getting a drug test taken. It was horrible. Zeus is going way off the rails. I love it. That's my favorite part. It really is. It's like deja vu. It really is. Yeah.
It's deja vu when I'm running with the rest.
I'm like the Terminator screaming.
I'll be back. It's
Good
deja
morning,
vu
man.
when I'm out here flying first class. It's
Like every week I gotta take out. So many places to be. I got plenty. Act like you've been here before and you start trending. Don't mistake me for a lame or goofy. Rockstar life is like a movie. Hollywood, Hollywood, where you be at? I remember when I used to drive a Fiat. Now they looking for me like I'm Ray S. It's a conspiracy how I keep on getting checks. They really wonder. Hey, good morning, Toy. I think I saw you. Reggie, Midwest girl, nice to see you. Rio, nice to see you. Michelle, nice to see you. OC, nice to see you. DJ Savage, nice to see you. Little Hawks, nice to see you. Okay. All right, Dim girl, I see you. Leduc, I see you. Good morning, Southern Delight. My girl, I see you. Thank you for those Zeus hands. Dim girl, I see you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to the Thunderdome, a.k.a. the morning show, all right? For those of you who don't know who I am, I go by the name of Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H, all right? And why do they call me Triple H? It's very simple, all right? The first H stands for honest. I'm the most honest person out here on social media. There's nobody more honest than me, all right? I promise to tell you nothing but the truth. So help me God, all right? That's the first H. The second H is because humble. You know, everyone needs to practice being a little more humble these days, right? And you can learn a lot from me because I'm the most humble person out here on social media. If I get it wrong, I will apologize, all right? Listen, what? I didn't wash all of the dishes yesterday, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom. You know what? I'm so humble. You did ask me to do it, but I was busy. I was doing my homework. But you know what? I'm so humble because I did say I would do it and I didn't. I'm going to wash the dishes the rest of the year. That's how humble I am. All right. And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. All right. I really am the most handsome. All right, let's get some business taken care of. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with this type of programming that we do over here, this is rated Z programming. All right, there's rated G. I think there's PG-13, rated R, and there's X. And then in some cases, if you're nasty, it's triple X. All right, don't watch that triple X stuff. Keep it clean, or as my good friend Attacking said, we should start saying, keep it Zeus. All right. So you got all of those different ratings, but this is Z rating, all right? Because as my good friend Conservative Lynn says, this is off the rails programming, right? All right, now listen up. My music is available on all platforms, all right? Just type in 3 Crossing, all right? Take the radio off. The radio is only for TikTok. Just type in 3 Crossing. It's on all platforms. Go check it out. There's a link tree in my bio if you are interested in all the other things that I have going on, including the merchandise. All right, now let's get into what we're about to cover today. For those of you who are not familiar with what we do on this side of town, it's quite simple. We hold our friends on the right accountable for all of their crimes and their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds. And that includes their leader, Donald J. Trump, who is currently sitting with 4 indictments and 91 felony charges. All right. So if you are allergic to the truth, or as my good friend, Brother Swervin likes to say, factose intolerant, right? That means you're allergic to facts. I'm going to give you an opportunity to exit this live because I don't want to ruin your day. All right. So Trump supporters, MAGA demons, you MAGA possessed seditionists, treasonous traitors. Now is your chance to leave this live and go on about your day. All right. All right. But you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned,
Right.
If you hate our country,
We know you do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. And that's one of the rare times I actually agree with a former president. Okay, because listen, if you're sitting at home, you're feeling down and you're feeling like this country is going to hell because you're listening to Donald Trump on Truth Social still. I don't know why you're still listening to him.
with 91 felony charges, 4 indictments, I think it's safe to say that's somebody you shouldn't be listening to, right? But I get it. You're addicted to this guy. So if you're sitting at home and you're upset with America right now, I want you to know that I have a good friend, Nutty Professor, who has an offer on the table. We are willing to help you get to Russia. 7 of you, all right? 7 of you MAGA possessed demons. We are still waiting for you to accept our offer for a free trip to Russia, all right? Because guess what? Guess what? No one's forcing you to be here. I've asked several times. Is anyone out there? Let's try it again. Is there anybody out there forcing Trump supporters to stay here in the United States? Is there anybody out there forcing Trump supporters, MAGA, to stay here? Anyone out there, please raise your hand if you're forcing them to stay here. Look at this. No. Nope. All right. So listen, link in bio. Thank you, moderators, for helping spread the word. Look at that. Look in the audience, MAGA. No one is forcing your behinds to stay here. You've lost all credibility with me. And I'm standing on this 10 toes, all right? Chest fully out, protruding. You've lost all credibility in the United States of America, MAGA. You've revealed to us just how much you don't know. All right. And I used to be a lot nicer to Trump supporters. I really did. I've been in a lot of Trump supporter lives, and I truly tried my best to hear them out. But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, given the overwhelming evidence, all right, their leader, Donald Trump, has 91 felony charges, 4 indictments, probably more pending when it's all said and done. They have zero credibility with Zeus. And so now it is time. If you're not happy here, yes, you can leave. Now it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for us to engage with MAGA the way we have been doing for the past month. All right? Like my good friend Angela likes to remind me, the gloves are officially off. Are they off, Angela?
Everyone knows he's. And I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks
I
ago.
wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off.
All right.
The jar has been opened.
The jar has been open.
You could call me, or you could call Zeus, whatever you want to call me in this live out there in the comment section. All right. But I still stand behind what I've been preaching. Every
accusation is truly a MAGA confession. So keep on confessing to the world what's really going on. All right. Inside of you, MAGA possessed demonic. You're really demonic, all right? I've never seen anyone like this in my life. I can't believe you all still follow a criminal. Speaking of criminals, let's get into our first topic this morning. Marjorie Taylor Greene, ladies and gentlemen, get ready to hand out our daily doses of booze and shame. All right, we got to get ready to hand out some daily doses of booze and shame to those in the MAGA possessed demonic party. All right, let's start with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who in the headline says it right here. She says she won't fund government without an impeachment inquiry vote into President Biden. Thank you, Bambo. Thank you, Bambo, for the subscription. All right, I really appreciate that. So let's get into what nasty Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying yesterday in front of her constituents. All right, you would have thought these folks would be out there in Congress. You know, Snuggles says, I said, Snuggles, every time I talk to you right now, your business has gone up 20% at least. I think it's actually 22%, 22.8%. All right, because last time I checked, I count the number of calls Snuggles gets while we Democrats visit his lives. And every time we go to his live, haven't you noticed he's getting a lot of calls? Hold on, let me pause. So his business is going up 22%. And I asked him, how is that possible? And he goes, oh, that's because Republicans control the House. And I said, well, Snuggles, if that's true, please tell me what policies the Republicans have passed in the House since they got it. And he's never given me an answer. So Snuggles, I'm not necessarily, I don't think I quite believe you. Because if you listen to what Marjorie Taylor Greene is talking about, right, this is what the Republicans are really doing. So I need you to figure out again why you think it's her helping your pocketbook. when this is all she talks about?
I've already decided. I will not vote to fund the government unless we can pass an impeachment inquiry on Joe Biden.
Oh.
I will not fund the government because I will not fund the weaponized part of the government. I'm not going to continue to fund the Biden regime's weaponized government. So there should be no funding for Jack Smith's special counsel. We have to fire David Weiss, who is protecting Hunter Biden on his special counsel. And we have to rein in the FBI.
Oh.
I will not vote for money to go towards those things. I will not vote for a continuing resolution that funds mask mandates, vaccine mandates, and COVID. Because that is over. Joe Biden even declared COVID is over. And lastly, my red line in the sand has always been, I will not vote to fund a war in Ukraine. We have to have peace. So I will be happy to work with all of my colleagues. I will work with the Speaker of the House. I will work with everyone. But I will not fund those things. And I thought it was most important for me to tell you all first because I work for you. And that's
Unbelievable. She has no evidence of any wrongdoing by President Biden, and yet she is willing to defund the government. Do you hear what your folks are saying in government, Trump supporters? Do you hear? She says she wants to cut funding to the DOJ. Whatever happened to backing the blue? You see, once again, we've caught you being hypocrites. You want crime to go down, but you're not going to allow there to be funding to prevent crime. And by the way, I would argue one of the worst crimes that have ever happened in this country started in the White House with the former president when he lost the 2020 election. Don't you think it's important that we have law and order in this country, MAGA? Wow. I mean, it blows my mind that Marjorie Taylor Greene can get out here and openly and proudly say these things. And you folks, you know what y'all do when she says it? Y'all do this. We don't care about our country. No. We don't care about the money we got. No. We don't care about the price of gas. We don't care about the price of eggs. We only care about impeaching President Biden. And we don't even care why you do it. Just do it. This is why I do the work that I do out here on this platform. This is why they call me Triple H, MAGA. Because stuff like this, unchecked, will lead to more and more events like what we saw on January 6th. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's join me in giving Marjorie Taylor Greene her daily dose of booze and shame from those of us in the kingdom. Let's give it to her. Get her out of here. Yeah, you love her and hate our country. I get it. That's the typical MAGA response. Love Marjorie Taylor Greene, but I hate the United States of America. That's why, listen, Trump supporters, listen, I still hear you in the comments right now, and you're upset. I don't get why you're still hearing this live. I gave you ample warning. All right, I said, listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
and you do.
If you're not happy here, you can leave.
I don't get why you Trump supporters are still here in the United States of America when you could be anywhere else on the face of this earth. Like I said, Russia is still an option, all right? I hear they need real soldiers over there, okay? I hear Vladimir Putin would love to have you, all right? I hear Kim Jong-un would love to have you, or better yet, I hear you can have some chocolate cake with President Xi. Why the heck are you still here in the United States of America if you don't like President Biden? It makes absolutely no sense. All right? Like I said before, every MAGA accusation is truly a MAGA confession. Now, all right? Now let's touch on this very briefly because I don't got much time before I open up these boxes. You know, Mark Meadows is going to war with Fonnie Willis. All of these, all of these. You know what? I gotta play it. You know what? Never. You know what? I have to play this in order to get in the right mindset. So let me do it real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2025. Every individual charged in the indictment is charged with one count of violating Georgia's Racketeering, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act.
Yeah.
Today, based on information developed by that investigation, Fulton County Grand Jury returned a true bill of indictment.
Okay. I just want to make sure I got that under control. Okay, so there was an investigation that resulted in the indictments. All right. Now that we got the indictments out and all of these folks have gotten their mug shots taken, now they're afraid to stand up like brave men and women. You know, this is what gets me. This is what gets me, Maga. Now Mark Meadows, he doesn't want to test his trial in the state of Georgia. He wants to move it to a federal court. They're trying to attack Fonnie Willis and get her taken out. And all I keep thinking to myself is if you're really innocent, why all of the theatrics? Go prove your innocence. It doesn't matter if it's in a state court. It doesn't matter if it's in a federal court. Just go and prove your innocence. But I get what's going on. Fonnie Willis, ladies and gentlemen, between her and Jack Smith, these folks are in between a rock and a hard place. And in record time, she announced that this indictment included 19 individuals, and one by one, they're all flipping and turning on each other and turning on Donald Trump. You can't make this stuff up. All right, so now Mark Meadows is now having to be reminded, and this is something I got to make sure I tell you Trump supporters. It was never any federal employee's job, all right, to try to help steal the election for Donald Trump. Go read their job descriptions, look at their resumes. Not one place should it be on there. Part of your daily duties is to do whatever Donald Trump says do. Okay, because he's the president of the United States. And if you break the laws, it's not your fault. It's Donald Trump. That's nowhere near. That's not even in the job description. And you know it. All right. So Mark Meadows is being called out left and right because no matter what he tries to do, this stuff is not going to pan out in his favor. All right. Now, just for full disclosure, in order for us to have the evidence that we need that this belongs in federal court, right? He thinks his luck is going to run better in a federal situation because, that's where, hopefully if Trump wins, he can get a pardon and get this case dismissed, right? The law requires the defendant to establish three things to move the case to federal court. That they were an officer of the United States or acting under an officer, all right? This is the first one. That they're facing criminal charges for or relating to any act under color of such office, all right? And that they have raised or will raise a colorable federal defense. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what must happen. But here's the bad thing. Mark Meadows, listen up. Mr. Meadows' defense defies what they call the Hatch Act, all right, which prohibits federal employees from using their official roles to influence elections, all right? Yeah, you find that when you got hired, Mr. Meadows, you knew that as a federal employee, you could not get involved with elections. Hello, Michael, Mr. Haas, nice to see you, brother. You knew that. So you're violating the very thing that was illegal when you took the position. So, Mr. Meadows, please continue to squeal like a pig and tell on Donald Trump in the hopes that this case gets moved to a federal court. But I have some terrible news. It's not looking good for you, Mr. Meadows. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me, all right, in giving Mr. Meadows his daily dose of booze and shame for trying to steal the election. Get him out of here. You know, I don't feel sorry for Trump supporters, all right, the ones that are in jail, because we've all argued with them on social media, and we've been telling them that they're breaking the law. And do they listen to us? Absolutely not. Every time you talk to a Trump supporter, they think they're more intelligent than you. All right, and this is why we do what we do. All right, moving on to our next topic. We got a few minutes, and I think I'm still on time. Just an FYI, just a heads up, ladies and gentlemen. The Fulton County Judge, Scott McAfee, has ordered the trial of Trump and his co-conspirators to be televised and live streamed from the courtroom. Wow. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. The judge has also allowed press pull cameras and computer electronics devices for note taking, and none of these rulings will apply to the case or any portion that is moved to a federal court. And by the way, they said it will also be live streamed on the courthouse's YouTube channel. So for those of you, even if you don't got cable, you will be able to go watch this on YouTube, which I think is amazing, right? And we will see Donald Trump for the first time under real pressure he's never really had to face, all right? And we're going to see him sweat. We're going to see him lie. We're going to see everything he does that ultimately will lead to him being convicted. So let's give the judge a round of applause. You did the right thing, Judge. You really did. You did the right thing. All right. Listen, millions and millions of people want to see this. Not just millions of people here in the United States. This is a global issue. All right. This is a global crisis, if you ask me, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. All right. Now let's move on to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Oh yes. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what my next topic is. Let me see. Oh yes. Oh. Hmm. I think I want to, what do I want to do? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yes, we'll do this. How about that? All right. Proud Boy Lawyer asks why Donald Trump hasn't been charged with seditious conspiracy. And this is a good question, Trump supporters. This is a certified Trump supporter asking why Donald Trump hasn't been charged with seditious conspiracy. Now, I'm one of these people that I believe just because he hasn't been charged with it, it doesn't mean he didn't engage or participate in it. I just think that Jack Smith knew what to do when he decided to move forward the way he did. So you never know, there may be a superseding indictment, all right? But this is a great question, MAGA. Why are all of Donald Trump's supporters, the ones that were his foot soldiers, getting charged with seditious conspiracy? Nick, Nick, cut it out. You're getting out of hand, Nick. Jack Smith got a lot. That's why Trump is in this pickle. Nick, are you reading the indictments, Nick? Nick, are you really reading the indictments? Okay. You don't get Jack Smith to drop what he's doing overseas in The Hague, to come over to the United States to have a cup of tea. All right? You're only going to get Jack Smith if there's something serious that's going on. You're only going to get RICO charges if there's something very, very serious going on. All right? And if you are one of those people, Nick, all right, that you think this is Biden's DOJ and that President Biden has weaponized his DOJ just to persecute Donald J. Trump, I have news for you, Nick. I have news for you. You're right. You're right. And I would ask President Biden to do it anytime we have a seditionist, treasonous traitor like Donald Trump and his followers, all right? Anytime. Listen, President Biden, take it from me. Listen, if there ever is a situation like this again, please do this again. Empower the DOJ, allow them to have every single tool available to mankind to make sure that these folks are held accountable for breaking the law like this. I never thought in my life I would see a former president and his supporters try to overthrow the government. You would have thought we were back in the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s. Not in this, not in 2021. Donald Trump and his supporters have clearly lost their minds. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me. Okay, we got to give out our booze and shame. Let's join me in giving our booze and shame once again to Donald Trump and his foot soldiers, the Proud Boys, who we all know engaged in seditious conspiracy.
Get them out of here.
I told you, Trump supporters, this show is off the rails. I did. All right. And I also gave you a warning. All right. I told you, you don't have to be in this live if you don't want to be here. All right. I told you to listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
You do.
if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now.
Leave.
Come back if you want. Don't come back.
I
It's
prefer
okay
you
too.
don't.
But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right, so I hope that calms you down, Trump supporters. And like I said earlier, there is an offer that we have. We are willing to help 7 faithful MAGA supporters get a first-class trip to Russia. All right, we are willing to help you get there. Listen, I know it's a great act of kindness. I know. Listen, I know it's too good of an offer. You know we shouldn't do it. But listen, we we don't want to argue about this anymore. Nothing would make my day than to know 7 Trump supporters took us up on our offer and they flew to Russia and they started going live on TikTok and showing us what life was really like. I guarantee you would be thrilled to hang out with Vladimir Putin. All right, you would. I can tell it. All right, listen, President Biden isn't doing a good job. Oh, look at that. I'm bringing more truth than ever before. Thank you. The polls were off the charts. All right. Now, let me wrap this live up, ladies and gentlemen, with my last and final topic. All right. This, ladies and gentlemen, is proof positive that the truth is getting out here from this kingdom, right? You know, every day I go live, Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, right? Pacific time. The truth is getting out there. The American people are now fully aware of Donald J. Trump and his crimes. And ladies and gentlemen, I knew it was going to come. I knew it was going to come. But Donald Trump yesterday had another MAGA meltdown. He had another MAGA meltdown. All right. You know what a MAGA meltdown is, ladies and gentlemen, and I've done it several times, but I'm going to do it again. A MAGA meltdown is when there's an overwhelming amount of evidence and truth and facts. The brain explodes, not literally, right? But the circuits get fried, and it's like, oh my gosh, I need a hard reset. This is what's going on in the mind of the Trump supporter. They lose control of their ability to listen, and really understand what's being said, and their mouth just keeps babbling, and it's like you can already tell this is conversation that you're about to have isn't going anywhere. And I often do it. I tell people, talking to a Trump supporter that is experiencing a MAGA meltdown, it's like a car. You ever had one of those cars, ladies and gentlemen, that you could tell was in terrible condition and it wasn't going anywhere? You ever heard one of those cars? It sounds a little something like this.
Oh! 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 HVAC Bushmaster! Turn that thing off. What in the world is going on? No, I'm not getting in that car with you. That car sounds terrible. All that backfiring and engine sputtering. I mean, like, listen, when was the last time
That car had a tune-up, right? It sounds like perhaps your fuel injectors are a little clogged. What are you doing? You're putting sugar in your gas tank. Please don't do that. That's not good. Maybe you need to pour some of that, fuel injector cleaner. Perhaps. Maybe you need to check the spark plugs and distributor cap and rotor. I don't know. Do you have a carburetor? Perhaps. Maybe it's the. Listen, something's really wrong with that car, and it sounds like it needs the hands of God. All right, that car needs the hands of God. All right, and just like that, you Trump supporters, you need the hands of God on your mind. All right, because you've been lied to, you voluntarily chose to believe the lies, and now you're in a nasty situation. You're either going to jail, all right? You're definitely going to go to jail if you keep listening to them. But if you don't get your soul right, you know what comes next? It's hell. And I'm sitting back, from where I'm at in the kingdom, and I'm watching day in and day out Trump supporters raising their hand and says, "Yes, Donald Trump, I will follow you to jail and hell." And they do this, and then they call themselves Christians, right? These folks call themselves Christians. What a shame. Hypocrites. It's a demonic force. It's a demonic force they're under, all right? And the most bizarre thing is they get out here on TikTok and act like saints. They act like we don't see them for what they really are, which are hypocrites, right? They think that you're doing positive things in the community, right? You talk to them, what are you doing? Oh, Zeus, I'm trying to save these kids. Zeus, I'm trying to save these kids, Zeus. And this is what they try to do. Most corrupt people, they like to use the kids as a shield, all right, because they know most people don't want to harm children. But these folks hide behind the kids, all right. You know what we found in the state of Idaho? This is a good example. The Patriot Front, they were attacking the LGBTQI plus community. Thank you for the subscription, Susie. These Patriot Front group, they were attacking the LGBTQI plus community, right? Because their saying is go woke, go broke, right? So they found them in the back of a U-Haul, and then you got to say to yourself, all right, wait a second, 12, 14 guys in the back of a U-Haul? Ooh, 12, 14 grown men, sweaty grown men in the back of a U-Haul. This is what your party is doing? And so they go out and they try to harass those people in these vulnerable communities. They get caught, freeze, put your hands up. This is what law enforcement did to them. Open up the U-Haul. You see these guys, blue shirts, khakis, and you're like, they got the mask on, right? Because they cover their face. And you got to say to yourself, well, wait a second. Now, you same liars, you same demons had a problem putting a mask on during the pandemic. But you have no problem putting a mask on when you're running around attacking people in vulnerable communities. This is when you know something's really off, right? Where are the MAGA Christians, the so-called evangelicals? Where were they at when the FBI and the DOJ caught these demons in the back of that U-Haul? I haven't seen not one conservative live addressing the Patriot Front. Not one. You know what they do? They go, "Oh, Zeus, did you watch The Sound of Freedom?" I could care less about the sound of freedom. I care more about why you aren't holding the folks in your party accountable. So they get these guys out of the Patriot Front U-Haul. And one of them, they said, they go through his cell phone and he has nasty things that are harmful to children. Yeah. So these guys, they're MAGA. This is MAGA. These are Donald Trump supporters. They're out here harming children. And not one time have I heard any of my friends on the right address this. You know what they would rather do? They'd rather spread lies and misinformation about Michelle Obama. Yeah, Michelle Obama. They'd rather spread lies and misinformation about Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss. Hmm. This is the kind of stuff that I see going on, and I say, these are the same folks that are going to go to jail. All right? They're going to go to jail, and they're going to cry, and I'm going to go, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what he does to you in that jail cell. Turn over and let him have what he wants. Because this is what you wanted to do for Donald Trump, all right? And then when he's done with you, go ahead and send them to hell where they belong, all right? Because they ignored the truth the entire way it took to get there. So, no, I don't feel sorry for Trump supporters right now. I think they need to be held accountable. And I will do everything I can to bring the truth out here to the American people and people all over the world so that they know who the real hypocrites and liars are. And just because you call yourselves Christians and hide behind doing good things to help children, it does not mean I don't see you for what you are, which are very evil and nasty people. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enough of me. It's time to open up these boxes here from those of you who are brave enough to tell the truth, all right? It's like my grandmother says, you got to tell the truth and shame the devil, all right? All right, now listen up, Trump supporters. I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
Right.
if you're not happy here, you can leave.
I want you to all remember that, all right? You don't like what I'm saying, don't send me a DM. Because I won't, well, I'll read it and I'll laugh, right? Because I know every MAGA accusation is a MAGA confession. Don't leave any comments on my wonderful videos, okay? Because I take a lot of great time figuring out which things to do and post. Don't you dare do it. And if you do it, I'm just going to laugh because, you're only revealing how much you don't know. All right? What you need to do instead is sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, Trump supporters. All right. You've been getting the F in the class. You have no credibility at all with me. None. And I'm not doing your homework for you for free. All right. Now, listen, you could book a private one on one with me. I'm starting to think that might be necessary, but we'll talk about that later. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open up these boxes and hear from those of you who are brave enough to handle the truth, all right? Because it's like my grandmother says, you got to tell the truth to shame the devil. All right, let's get Jess Lynn. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I just have one thing though. I said Trump devotion syndrome in the
Oh,
thing, and somebody muted me in the entire live. And that means it
who?
doesn't mean I'm a Trump supporter. Trump devotion syndrome, I was just making fun because they always say TDS.
Uh-oh.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hold on. And I see that I haven't followed you. So this is our first time doing business,
Oh,
right? I'm
yeah,
gonna.
yeah. I've talked to you many times too.
Okay,
It's been
I
a while
unmuted
though.
you. I unmuted you. Listen, moderators, please, if they are a subscriber, especially if they're subscribers, no matter what, don't mute them, please. All right. And I get perhaps how they interpreted that because sometimes they think you're talking about Zeus. All
Oh,
right.
I get it. And I
But
did,
yes,
I spelled it out completely, but yeah, I know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so no, I mean, yeah, I love how they always try to tell us that we need a lead because they think we don't like America anymore, but we like to call out,
Mm,
the things that are wrong and how
right,
the injustices are and stuff too and everything.
right. They
So,
tell you that. They tell you that you need to leave America.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. What a
So
shame.
it's so wrong. And then especially too, I'm a veteran. So I hate how they'll like say certain things like, oh, you're a veteran, you should like Trump. And I'm like, hell
Mm,
no. Hell
no,
no.
no, we don't like criminals.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Where
We're
do
not
the
paying for criminals. Do you like sending criminals any money like he requires his supporters?
Right, right, I know. And then they don't even read the fine print. How much goes towards his legal fees? Right, right.
Right? You see what's going on, Trump supporters? You're attacking our veterans.
Mm-hmm.
You're attacking our country and you're sending your money to Donald Trump and you're crying like little babies. What a shame.
Yeah,
What a shame.
but the biggest thing too is they like tokenize the veterans that are on their sides to say like,
Oh,
oh, that's the way all veterans are or all military are because they
mm,
can't see the big picture of
mm,
all citizens and stuff like that. They can't even listen to everybody. That's the
mm.
thing that gets me. They're only stuck in their own little world.
Yeah. Like it's a Disney movie, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They think that the world they're stuck in is the world we want to be in. No one wants to hang out with Trump supporters. Trump supporters don't even want to hang out with Trump supporters. Don't they turn on each other all the time?
Pretty much. I mean, they don't
Yeah.
have, yeah. So,
Yeah.
But thank you for having me up here, Bruce. I was just trying to,
Yeah. I
yeah,
unmuted you, by the way, so you
yeah, thank
should
you
be good
much.
to go and keep on fighting the good fight, all right? You
You
got
too.
our support, all right?
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to the beautiful Jocelyn. I hope I said that right. If not, I apologize. You know, I'm terrible with these names. Yeah, you know, a lot of people are very protective of me out here, especially my moderators. They do the best job that they can. But yes, if you do get muted accidentally or whatever, please send Zeus a guest request, and I have no problem, checking in and helping that get resolved. Moderators, please do not mute these subscribers. All right. Moving on to our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Bamba. Good morning, Bamba. How are you?
Good morning, Zeus.
How are you?
Before I forget,
Mm-hmm.
there's a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene I have in my
Oh,
videos
oh.
that some reporter asked her about. She said it doesn't exist, and I have it in my video.
What's the picture
It's
about?
the camel toe with a hammer and sickle shirt and the hail salute. Yeah,
What?
yeah. So
Oh my God.
I I I don't get a whole lot of people looking at my videos, but if anybody wants to help get that picture of her out and say, yeah, it does exist.
Well, I'm a
She
little
told us from the
apprehensive.
start. That's when she was queuing. She was into Q.
Mm.
Mm.
Did you say a camel toe, Bamba? I'm just trying to make
Yeah,
sure.
camel toe. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I necessarily want to see that, Bamba.
Yeah,
All right, I'm just.
it's pretty gross, yeah. I'm like, wow. Camel toe
Can
with
somebody go? Okay.
Soviet
How about
shirt and
can
a
can
and
somebody
a
look at it and then tell me what it looked like? Because I don't
historical
want to. I don't want to look
a
at it.
historical salute. Yeah.
Bamba, you know what, Bamba? I don't want to do this, but I think you got to keep it clean.
Okay, I'll clean it up. Yeah, getting too close to the edge. So can we pick a new letter in the alphabet? You
Mm,
know, instead of Q, let's find a different one.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you got? What do you got in
I
mind?
don't know. I was like, you for you.
Keep it Zeus. You
Yeah,
for you.
you for you. Yeah, H.
But
We can go with H.
well,
Yeah,
no, don't you dare touch the
yeah.
H's.
I don't know.
You can't touch the H's.
Yeah,
The H's the
yeah,
H's are off limits, because I'm Triple H, right?
yeah. Yeah, that's
Mm.
true. We could all have them. They could worship you and then they could get baptized in the name of H. I mean, yeah. You, you could
Bamba,
make,
did you have
you could
what did
make shirts. Yeah, you could make shirts. Yeah.
Bamba, did you have what did you have this morning besides coffee? I'm just
That's
curious.
it. Yeah, no, that's it.
Just coffee?
Yeah. So
Oh,
far.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What
It's in the
brand, perhaps?
40s here. It was in the 40s last night here. Mm.
Where is here?
Michigan. Yeah.
Oh, it was in the 40s. Oh
Yeah. It's
my
like our high yesterday was 61.
God. Mm.
So
Oh, okay.
I try being really patient. And if Janae's here, I want to say I'm sorry her mother died. I mean, that's everybody.
Yeah.
It's hard losing a mother. So I want
No.
to say my sympathies. But you know this stuff here. People are saying, why is Trump doing this? And
Hmm.
I'm thinking, do you know who Prigozhin is?
I do. I
Yeah,
don't
and
know
the
him, but
airplane ride.
I
Yeah,
some say that that's fake though.
I
Did it
know.
really
I know.
did it really
He's
happen?
left. I don't, we won't know because Russians won't let people in to help with the
Mm,
investigation like they're supposed to
right.
because I kept saying they're going to go to Brazil. Well,
Right.
the airplane that crashed was from Brazil.
Hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah.
Well,
So
listen.
anyways, yeah. So guys, these Trump, I'm Orban too just said that the war won't stop without Trump. But I want to say when Trump gets on a stage
Hmm.
and he's doing his rallies, why isn't he talking directly to Putin and saying stop?
I think he is maybe indirectly, but thank you so much, Bamba. All right,
Yeah.
I gotta bring up our other
Okay,
friends,
bye.
or they're gonna get mad at Zeus. So yes,
Okay,
ladies
go
and
check out
gentlemen,
the camel toe.
listen, Bamba. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Bamba. Somebody. I'm willing to entertain a third party explanation of what Bamba is talking about, but I don't know if my eyes could handle that, Bamba. All right, it has to be clean, or as my good friend Attacking says, we have to keep it. We have to keep it Zeus, right? We have to keep it Zeus. All right, Bamba. All right, let's bring up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Um, who do we have here?
Hey, good morning.
Gila, where are you at it?
I'm in Port Arthur, Texas.
What the heck is going on in your background?
Oh, I'm at work.
Oh, I could barely
Oh,
hear you, champ. Send a request again, all right? It's very loud.
how about now? Can you hear me now?
There's a lot of background noise.
I just came on to say my president didn't do nothing.
What?
My president didn't do nothing.
Wait, who's your president?
It was
Wait a second, Gila, before we go any further, you know what the deal is. I gotta ask you some very serious questions.
okay.
Uh, and how you answer them determines your fate in this kingdom. All right?
Yes, sir.
You promise to tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you can tell I'm serious, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. In your opinion, who was responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Donald John Trump.
Okay. I can deal with that. All right. Next question. Was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
No.
All right. You tricked me for a second. Last and final question. All right. And this one gets a lot of people get this wrong. In your opinion, was President Biden or Hillary Clinton guilty of any crimes?
No, not to my knowledge.
All right. All right. He passed. He passed. All right. Well, listen. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give you a follow. All right. All right. False alarm. But now, what do you say? Your president didn't do what?
Donald Trump didn't do nothing but try to serve the people and take all their money.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. You
Uh-huh.
said you just answered those questions and you were correct. And then you're going to get on TikTok and say Donald Trump didn't do nothing?
But try to take everybody's money.
All right, Gila. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Gila, hand me my hammer. Hold on, hand Zeus his hammer. Where's the hammer at? All right, hold on. Hand me my hammer. Gila, I don't know what that was, but it was a little suspicious. All right, my friend. I'm gonna bring the hammer. I'm gonna bring the hammer of truth down on you, Gila, because Donald Trump did do a lot of nasty things besides take the money. We're talking four indictments, Gila. We're talking four indictments, 91 felonies. All right. And we cannot have any kind of lies in the kingdom. All right. Now, listen, I'm all down for jokes, but you got to make sure folks know that that's a joke because the only one that's able to really do the joking like that is me, Zeus. All right. When anyone else does it, it gets a little out of hand and hard to follow and keep up with. So, Gila, I'm going to encourage you to reevaluate what you said to us today because you can't play it, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, all right? You can't have it both ways. Now let's move on to our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Let's see who do we have next. Good morning, Tom. How are you doing this morning? Todd, how are you doing this morning? Good good morning, Todd. Are you there? Going once? Going twice. Sold. All right, Todd, you have a great rest of your morning. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, Zeus has millions of things that he needs to do before he wraps this live up. So please come in ready to go. Good morning, Meg. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Just another day in the kingdom. Happy Friday, right?
Yes, happy Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to be up here. I don't have 1,000 followers yet, but TikTok is letting us go live now with audio only if you have 400. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's help Meg get 1,000 followers. If you can, please follow Meg so she can go live and share her truth with all of us in the kingdom. That's pretty dope. A lot of us had to fight our way up to 1,000.
Yes, but
Mm,
I love watching you every morning and you tell the truth and I love it. And
mm,
yeah,
thank
as
you.
someone who lives in Texas, I'm kind of blue dot in a red state, so
Oh,
it's nice to
wow.
find like-minded people on here. So,
Nice, right? It does, isn't it refreshing? Because without this kind of community we all have, you could be, thinking like, wow, the rest of the country really believes this MAGA crap.
yeah.
Right? And then you
Yeah.
get out here on TikTok and it's like, oh my God, it's a breath of fresh air. Right?
Yes, exactly. I
Uh,
love it.
Yeah, I love it. All right, I love it as well. And I
Yeah.
appreciate you, always checking in on all of us in the kingdom. All right.
Yes. Yes. So,
All right.
thank you and I keep on doing what you're doing.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful May, okay? Hopefully we'll get her to 1,000. I hear that they said your account's private, so I don't know if there's anything you can do, but let's
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
I'll make it public. I'll make it public.
Oh, she's willing to go public with you. I love it. I love it. All right. Any exciting plans for the weekend?
No, not really. It's so hot here that, it's kind of hard to want to go out and do much because we've been over 100 degrees every day for like
Yeah.
a month. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
but
Wow. I'm glad, you are telling us it's over 100 degrees because some people, you know, they don't understand that this climate stuff is real. What are your thoughts on that?
oh, it's absolutely real. I mean, and I'm living in a state too where we had a winter storm a few years ago that knocked the power out for the whole state, and our lovely governor has done nothing to address it because he doesn't believe in
Wow.
climate change.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this is what you're dealing with, right? The
Yeah.
hypocrisy within MAGA. They don't think climate change is real.
No, they
Mm.
don't.
But yet the whole state is inundated with nasty weather events. You said a nasty winter storm, and it's over there and it's boiling hot right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. This is
Yeah.
MAGA.
And yeah. And MAGA doesn't care. They don't believe in climate change. They think it's all a hoax and
Hmm.
they're afraid of the truth.
That's what it is. All right. You're absolutely right. You're
Yep.
spot on. All right, Meg. Listen, you're
Yep.
doing wonderful work out there. All
Well,
right.
thank you. Thank you.
And I appreciate you checking in. Wow. 3 minutes flew. All right.
All righty. Well, have a good day, Zeus, and keep up the good work.
All right. You too. And have a great rest of your day and a
Thank
great
you. You
weekend.
too.
All right. Ladies and
Bye.
gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Meg. No lies detected. That's how we do this, ladies and gentlemen. No lies detected. Don't worry, Meg. I got you. Don't worry. All right. Let's move it on to some of our crowd favorites now. Good morning, the beautiful Sister Takisha. Happy Friday to you. All right.
Good morning. How are you, Zeus?
I'm doing all right. Just another day in the kingdom. You know what
Okay.
it is. Hmm?
Listen, I am more proud than the women that didn't get pregnant for Trump when he was out there running around like Rico Suave. We
Ah!
gonna call him Rico Suave.
Rico Suave.
Suave. Rico Suave.
Nasty.
Listen, Brian Kemp basically said, I believe Fannie Willis, and I'm not finna co-sign with y'all foolishness no matter who it's for.
Mm.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
I was
They're trying to intimidate Brian Kemp, but he's not
I was
going
so
for it.
proud of Brian Kemp. I've never liked him, but yesterday I liked him just for the time he was talking.
Mm.
You know, today by 12 o'clock, he going to be a rhino. But we don't care.
No, it's a great badge of
Everybody is
courage.
not licking the bootstraps of Donald Trump. And I like it. They opening their eyes, they have opened their ears, and they have turned their hearts back to the Lord rather than Donald Trump. And I am so proud. I almost want to go to Georgia and give Kemp a Bible, and it's going to be turned up the right way. And just give him the scripture where the shepherd looked for that one sheep because it was lost. And when he
Amen.
found it, he rejoiced. Because
Mm.
that's what's happening, Zeus. They're
Yeah.
returning back to the Lord rather
Amen.
than keep on following Trump.
Amen.
Yes, it was a great day. When I heard him say what he said, I said, let's go, Kemp.
Absolutely.
Let's go, Kemp. But
Let's go.
there's no hope for MAGA.
There isn't.
MAGA is like a magnet. Every time Trump stands up, he draws them closer and closer. He is the part of the magnet that draws the magnet to the other magnet. We're not going to call them MAGA anymore. We're going to call them magnets.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
We're going to call them magnets because they just draw to him
And-
with everything he say.
And the force is like an invisible force when they do it, right? You're like, how the heck are you attracting these folks?
They're
voodoo.
magnets. They're magnets. And listen, the only camel toe that I've seen on Marjorie is in her sandals. And I surely don't want to see now another one. I surely don't want to see now another one.
You said it. You said this. Oh, God. Did you go look at the picture?
I did not, because to me, when I see her, anytime I see her, she looks like she smells.
Oh,
she doesn't look too clean to me, to be honest. And you know that all black people, we're all deceased, right?
Really?
Marjorie said that all people of color have been murdered. So we're not living.
Where'd she get that from?
We're aliens. We're not living. She don't know how to word her stuff. She said all people of color are murdered. And I said, wow, we're not living. So we're just running around. We're ghosts.
Wow.
So Zeus, you're ghost.
Well, listen, I'd rather be anything except what she wants me to be. How about that?
A magnet. All right, Zeus. You have a good day, sweetie.
All right. You have a great rest of your day and a great weekend if I don't hear from you again. All right.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Takesha. No lies detected. All right, that's how we run this over here, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot have folks getting in the box, spreading lies and misinformation. It does nasty things. All right. Next thing you know, that I go to these other lives and they're gonna go, Zeus and his friends, they said blah blah blah. So yes, no lies detected. Bringing up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful Shay.
Hey.
Good morning. How are you?
I am awesome, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Feeling great, like I've eaten a box of Frosted Flakes.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, you got cracking me up about the camel toe. Oh my God. But yeah, so what I wanted to come in and kind of go off the Marjorie Taylor Greene and the shutting down of the government. Hey, Snuggles. So I'm just curious. So Snuggles, answer this question, or let's answer this question. No, I'm just like, okay, so when Nancy Pelosi led the 2 impeachments against Donald Trump, did she threaten to shut down the government if the Democrats didn't vote on it? I'm waiting.
Snuggles, did she? Please. See, now you're getting me activated, Shay, because this is a good question.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, Snuggles doing typical things. No response. Typical.
No response, Snuggles. Oh, yeah. I love how you do that. You avoid the fact.
He's still asleep, Shay.
You're in here, so I'd love to know if Nancy Pelosi ever threatened the Democrats with shutting down the government, which if anybody has who cares? It's a good thing you don't work for the government, that you're not in the military, that you're not in the post office.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing you don't collect your paychecks that way, sir. How
Yeah.
nice of you.
Wow.
So sweet of you. Like you really care about the American people. Oh,
Mm.
okay. See, when you shut down the government, that means thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people do not get paychecks. And
Right.
you're the one that complains about the gas prices and the egg prices and the inflation and all of that. But yet, sure, we'll just shut down the government in order to
Mm-hmm.
get an impeachment done. Yeah, that's exactly what we did.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
piece of
because,
luck.
yeah. You know why she does that? Is because she knows that they won't vote on it. They're just
Mm.
playing politics. They're making you hate these Republicans that have a brain in their head and realize I'm not going
Mm.
to vote on something without facts. I'm not playing those politics. I'm not
Mm.
doing that until you show me the proof. It's not going to happen. The other thing she
Wow.
said is like, let's not even do an inquiry. Let's not
Wow.
even show proof. Just vote. I just want you to vote.
Wow.
This is what you're dealing with. This is
Wow.
what you're dealing with. And so you
Nothing.
tell me if what y'all are doing is not just political bull stuff. Okay?
Tell him, Shay. You're on fire this
No,
morning,
I
Shay.
mean
Look at.
it's just disgusting that you have a congresswoman who literally says she wants to shut down the government if they don't impeach Biden because that's helping the American people. Another question, Snuggles and Joe Pyro and all these wonderful trolls in here. If
Get him.
what bills have the Republicans passed? They've been in office since January, so we're in
Yeah.
September. So in 8 months, what bills has the Republicans passed that help lower inflation, that help lower gas prices, that help the American people feel less pain in the
Thank
economy?
you. Thank
Just
you.
curious. Anything?
Thank you.
Anything?
Nothing.
Okay, I'm done, my friend. Time's up. Thank you
All right,
for
Shay.
not answering any of those questions because you know what, Maga? You can't. So,
Tell
all
him,
right.
Shay.
Woo! Love you guys. Have a fantastic Friday. I'm sure I'll see you around the TikTok streets, everybody.
All right.
Love you so much. Mwah.
Love you as well.
God
Ladies
bless
and
this
gentlemen.
country. And God
God
bless
bless.
Joe Biden. Woo-hoo!
Hey, Shay's on fire. Well done. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. That's the beautiful Shay, always coming in. And gloves are off when, listen, the gloves are off, Snuggles. I think every one of those uppercuts Shay threw at you, Snuggles, they hit, they connected, and I think Snuggles is still on the floor after that knockout from Shay. He has no response. Where's the referee at? Can we get the count going? What, 1, 2, 3? He's out, right? Get him out of here, Snuggles. You're done. And you can go in your live, Snuggles, and try to refute all of this stuff that you're hearing. But I'm going to tell you right now, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time, all right? You need to get on board with the winning team, Snuggles, and cut it out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next guest, our good friend, Brother Attacking.
Well, good morning.
First of all,
It's kind of,
I gotta say this before you get started. I want to also say it on my platform. Yesterday, I saw you doing God's work, the way that you navigated some very troubled waters. All right, the way you have excellent conflict management skills, and I was quite surprised. So I would just like to say thank you, Brother Attacking, for doing God's work to keep this kingdom united. All right, my brother.
well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
If anybody out there says I'm an ass guy, I'm going to ban you from my room.
Cut it out.
Just so you know, there's 2 Proud Boys in court today. One of them is Penzola. He's going to be facing 20 years. And another guy is Nordine. He's facing 27 years. So Snuggles, seeing how he came in the room, I went to his broadcast yesterday, and he invited me up. So I went up there. And what Snuggles does is he keeps his mouth going as you're trying to talk because he doesn't want to hear the facts. So what I did is Snuggles was lying about presidential immunity and all this stuff. And so I played the Federalist audio tape. And do you know what his people did?
What did they do?
They kicked me out of the room because I was bringing receipts of truth.
Wow.
Yeah. And do you know why Snuggles won't come to my broadcast and talk to me one-on-one?
Why?
Because he doesn't have any receipts.
Oh,
Yeah.
another knockout for Snuggles in the
Yeah, see,
live today.
Snuggles is a
Snuggles,
chicken
you're
to come to my broadcast. Now, he did come to my broadcast and say, I'm sorry, my mods kicked you out. Well, no.
that's
See, you
Snuggles.
control your mods, just like Zeus controls his mods, and just like I ask my mods to do the same thing. You're a coward, and you won't come to me one-on-one because you don't have any facts. You don't have any documents. You know nothing about the immunity in regards to the presidential immunity, which I posted your face on that with the presidential immunity information, which you don't care about. But you want to know something? You know what Marjorie Taylor Greene and Trump have in common?
What they got in
Cheating
common?
on their spouses. Do you know what Lauren Boebert have in common with Trump?
What?
Sexual molestation.
Oh, David Clay.
Yes.
Zeus.
You know, and the thing is this. Keep it Zeus. Keep it Zeus.
Yeah.
And the guy who made the joke about Trump didn't do anything except get money, I think he just didn't know how to deliver a joke.
Oh, he was joking? You think
Yeah,
I'm
I think
harsh?
he just didn't know how to deliver a joke. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I got that wrong then. You say
I kind of took it too, and then I was analyzing what he said, and I think he just tried to make a joke. I don't think, because he said he's a Biden lover and blah blah blah. He answered all the questions right. He's not going to answer the questions right just for one stupid joke, you know. But anyway, Snuggles, just so you know, there is no federal immunity for these people that are in Trump's indictment. So maybe you should look and see about that too. And why do you want to just keep on pushing lies? Also, a trucker in your broadcast the other day said that he's spending $1,000 a day on gas. Well, I asked our trucker friend, unless he's got a beat up truck, there's no way in heck he's going to be spending $1,000 a day in gas.
Wow.
So thank you very much. Remember, people, keep it Zeus.
Thank you. All right. And thank you, Brother Tacky, for once again being the agent of light and not an agent of darkness. So listen up. Let me see. To the gentleman that I brought the hammer down on. Listen, you know I'm Triple H for a reason, right? The second H is humble. If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. So listen, please accept my sincerest apologies, all right? I misinterpreted the joke as though you were trolling Zeus, and I missed an opportunity to really connect and get a good laugh this morning. So I do apologize, and hope to see you again, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause. Keep it Zeus. Red Dives, greetings. Yes. You know, sometimes you get it wrong, but listen, there's a lot going on out here in these TikTok streets. All right, you gotta know how to hit with precision out here these days. All right, but if you get it wrong, listen, don't be afraid to apologize. All right, let's go and talk to some people we don't normally get to check in with. All right, good morning, Venus. Welcome. Are you there, Venus? Good morning. How are you?
Yes.
24 hours, 0.
Hello?
I'm here.
Hello. How are you
Yeah,
doing
I'm
this morning?
here.
I hear
I'm
you.
good. I'm good. Let me turn off my TV.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the background.
All right. I just wanted to get in here and let y'all know that the Republicans don't care about you at all.
They don't.
You are just a statistic to them as they play on their Monopoly board.
True.
And if you think you mean anything to them, that just shows your level of intelligence.
Tell them, Venus.
Because they don't care about you at all.
You're right. Tell them, Venus. Tell them, Venus. Now, what got you so activated this morning?
Well, I tried to schedule a protest up at a park called Veterans Memorial Park.
Right.
And
are you a veteran?
No, I'm not, but my
Okay.
best friend is.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she was raped and abused in the
Oh wait, now keep it
military.
clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. You gotta keep it clean. I'm so sorry that
Okay,
happened, but we gotta keep it clean out here on these TikTok
I
streets.
understand. I
All right.
understand. Those are
Mm,
trigger words.
yeah, yeah. You gotta be cool. I see. I
And
see.
I've been going through this since 1984, so I've seen all this happen over and over and over and over. And the Republicans do this every time they cannot get their way.
Mm,
They throw temper tantrums
they
like
do.
they are 12 years old. And none of
Babies.
them have any experience.
No.
Go out there and get hit by a bus and let me see if you survive. I did. So what's your excuse?
Wow. Wow. That's very profound, Venus. That's very profound, and I'm glad you did survive.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not bitter about it because it made me who I am today, and I love
Right.
who I am today
Amen. Right. And we
because
love who
I
you
am
are.
not a Republican and I stand up for the people and I let them know,
Mm.
you know, if you don't want to live your life right, then be a Republican and get thrown under the bus.
Woo! Well said. Well said. I can't think of a better way to say it. Why do you think Trump supporters continue to do this, though, to our great country? Why do you think they do this?
Because Trump is a con man. He's an actor and a very bad one at that.
Mm.
And this is what he does. He
Mm.
comes from a life of criminals. His father, his grandfather, his great grandfather, they all did what he's doing now.
Wow. You are on fire. Tell them. And his supporters,
They're,
but his supporters, they like you. They like supporting a criminal.
I don't care what they like.
Oh, excuse me.
My daughter is a Trump supporter, and I have had to cut her off because
Oh,
her level of intelligence is just beyond my comprehension.
yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
won't even talk to me, and she tells me she's mad at me for what? What
Now
did I
that's your
do to you?
well. That's your daughter, though. Don't you got a little love
Doesn't
in the
matter. It does. I love my daughter with all my heart. I brought her in this world, but I
right?
did not bring her in this world to be a Trump supporter.
I can't argue with you about that, right? I know a lot of parents that say the same thing. You didn't bring them in the world to worship Donald Trump, right? Well, is she?
Right.
Is she? One last question: Is she reconsidering her support for Trump yet, with all of these indictments and charges?
I have no idea. She won't talk to me, and I can't get a hold of her.
Oh, wow. Well, we need to help you reconnect with your daughter, all right? Because maybe she's changed her ways, hopefully.
I hope so because,
Yeah.
Trump does not support the disabled at all. And my daughter has lost a leg last year
Wow.
up to her knee. And I don't
Wow.
understand what is going through her mind.
Mm.
Why
Yeah.
are these people conned by this guy? He's an idiot.
Yeah. They they love darkness more than they love light, Venus. That's what it is. They're like roaches.
He says negative attention is better than no attention at all. Well, you know what? If attention is what he wants, he's going to get all the attention he
Oh,
wants.
he's getting it. He's getting it, right?
And it may not be the attention he wants, but he's got it and he can't do nothing about it.
You're exactly right. Now, listen, Venus, I got to bring up our next guest, all right? But it was a pleasure talking to you this morning, all right?
Okay, thank you, Zeus. I love your podcast.
All right, I love you as well. All right, ladies
All
and
right,
gentlemen,
have a
let's
good
give it
day.
up. All right, you too. Let's give it up to the beautiful Venus. No lies detected. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know exactly how this works. It reminds me of when I was younger, when I used to get in trouble. And, my mom used to say, what she say? You don't want my undivided attention, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what Donald Trump is getting right now from the United States government and from all these different venues, New York and Georgia. He's getting their undivided attention. Yes. In other words, Fonnie Willis, Alvin Bragg, Letitia James, and Jack Smith, they are meditating on Donald Trump's rear end all day long. Oh yeah, they go to yoga. What do they do in yoga? Oh, they stretching and they thinking about Donald Trump. What do they do when they wake up and eat breakfast? Oh, they thinking about Donald Trump. What do they do at all? Oh, we all meditating on Donald Trump's rear end. And we won't be satisfied until he ends up in jail with all the other criminals, all right? Because what he did to this country, we can never forgive him. He must do the time for the crime. All right, let's go back into the world of these boxes. All right, good morning. Oh my God. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Oh my
Nice to
goodness,
see.
I'm on. I can't even believe it.
Oh, I can't believe it. I've seen you so many times. And
I
listen, now you.
know. Listen here, Zeus. For
Yes,
real.
talk to him.
I'm new to the kingdom, but I've been on your live for a long time. So
You have been
I
very
guess you
long
gotta ask
time.
me the question.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to ask our good friend Miss Morning the regular question so we can determine her fate in the kingdom. Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. In your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
Absolutely not.
All right. Good job. Good job. All right. Next question. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Well, that would be the orange man himself, Mr.
Hey!
Donald J. Trump.
Hey! No lies detected. You're doing very good. Very good. All right, now this last and final question is a tricky one. It's going to come at you like a curveball. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, and listen, you can tell I'm very serious, right? If you get this wrong, we might have to drop you. I'm going to ask it though. All right.
Okay.
All right. In your opinion, is President Biden or Hillary Clinton guilty of any crimes?
Absolutely not.
Hey! Good morning. Thank you. Listen, I knew you would pass I knew you would pass. All right. Now listen. Now that we've gotten those formalities out of the way, what do you got for us this lovely Friday morning?
Oh, just listening to the kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
spreading the good word, the good news, and
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely am excited because I've been working on my followers. I've been going at it the old school way, just
Oh,
gathering people. Haven't reached
yeah.
that 1,000 yet, but now that we can get on here and talk, I said let me give
Oh,
it a try.
yeah. I get it now. Yeah, I like that they let you at least get up and talk. That's amazing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we spend a lot of time on the comments shouting out, through the comments on the phone, but y'all can't hear us. So sometimes we got to get up here and we got to spread the word a little bit too. Me and my husband, we both watch your show from different
Oh,
places,
really?
and we
Oh,
we
wow.
text each other like, "Did you hear it? Did you hear it?"
Oh,
So it's
wow.
exciting to be able to get up here in the kingdom of the good people and
Awesome.
actually people of sound mind and hear
Tell the
the
truth.
good news.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Right. Praise the Lord.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, listen, as always, it's a pleasure to hear from you
Oh
and know that,
yeah,
and know that, the work that we're all doing to help get the truth out is actually, it's actually getting out there. That's amazing. You and your husband
it
watch
is.
it.
And I think we got to be clear and let people understand the work is not done. So
No.
we have to stay focused. We have to, these demons, these
Yeah.
MAGA demons, they're everywhere. They're surrounding us. I mean,
Mhm.
you walk anywhere you go, store, you see the Trump hats, you see this. I
Wow.
live in Texas, so
Oh
I see it.
God.
I
Oh,
see it. And,
I,
and so it's,
mm.
it's, it's, it's thick out here. We're fighting demons daily.
Send them over here to Zeus and we'll deal with them, because they really need help. They really need more help. They don't need
They
to be
do.
in leadership. They don't need to be in any leadership roles. No, take the back
No,
seat.
no,
Yeah.
no. They don't need leadership roles. It's not for them. It's
Mm-mm.
not for them. But no, I just wanted to get up here quickly. I'm excited. I'll be back again. I'm going to continue to spread the news on my end. I'm in leadership, so
Oh,
I have a team in my current job, and I spread the
hey,
good news to them. They are
wow,
receiving the news, and
wow.
it's
And
changing
you're
lives. It's
are
changing
you
lives.
keeping it clean, or as the tactic says,
I'm
keeping it Zeus?
keeping it clean.
Hey,
Absolutely.
I love it. Listen, I love it.
Gotta keep it clean. Gotta keep it clean.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't, you drop the standards, and the rest goes to hell, right?
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I know Miss the beautiful Michelle
Oh yeah,
Obama.
yeah.
She told us when they go low, we go high.
Mm.
So we got to continue to practice that. I know we want to go
Amen.
low with them sometimes because
We do.
they try to make us go there, but we got to continue to go high.
Yeah, we hitting them so high right now. Hold on. We so high right now. They can't figure out how he got 91 felony charges and 4 indictments,
They
right? They
so
can't.
they so confused. They so lost. But I heard my bell. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Keep spreading the news. I will be back. I will
All
continue
right.
to do my part.
All
And you
right.
keep it have a great weekend.
Hey, all right. You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Ms. Morning and her husband. Aren't they amazing? The
Thank
kids are
you.
screaming.
You guys have a good one. Take
Uh,
care. Bye bye.
all right, you too. Keep up the wonderful work out there in Texas. All right. I know they're struggling to deal with the truth, but the truth is coming whether they like it or not. All right. And listen, we used to be a lot kinder to MAGA. We used to be a lot kinder, but we cannot be kinder anymore because the gloves are off. Good morning, Lindsay. I see you creeping in here. How are you doing? Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Brother Reggie. Reggie! How you
What's
doing?
up, Zeus?
Hey.
He's
Oh,
deranged,
I'm sorry.
Jack Smith.
I'm sorry.
What's going on, man? I
Ah,
see you holding down the kingdom, man.
yeah, yes, yes. I got to. We have to, right? There's a lot at stake right now, right?
If only we can get Snuggles to repent,
Mm,
everything be okay.
yeah, yeah. He got a real serious stronghold going on
Very.
over there, right? It's like Donald Trump has his hand up his back, you know?
Yes, that's some mega demons in his.
That's that MAGA demon.
And he got to get Gary
Oh,
in place
Gary.
too.
Oh yeah, Gary definitely. Gary is a lieutenant in terms of the MAGA movement, right? He's out there letting Donald Trump use him like a vassal of transgression, and he's letting him do it for free, right? You would at least
Right.
expect these folks to get paid from Trump to do this stuff, right?
That's it. No lies detected there.
No, no lies, right? Gary, is Snuggles paying you? Who's paying you, Gary, to be this ridiculous? Cut it out.
Well, it's got to be Snuggle. His business, is booming right now.
Oh yeah, yeah, he's thriving under Biden. Yeah, right.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. You got any plans this weekend, brother Gary? It's going to be what, Memorial Day or Labor Day?
Uh,
One of the two. One of the two. I get them
barbecue.
confused. Barbecue?
Yeah, I'm in Dallas, Texas, man. So
Oh, wait, wow! We got a lot of support in Texas out here in the kingdom. Wow! How do you deal? How do you deal? It's Labor Day. Okay, thank you, Angela. I knew I got it twisted. How do you deal with all of this MAGA demonic energy out there in Texas? I mean, it's getting hot out there, I hear.
it's a lot of demons out here, man. A
Sheesh.
lot of them.
Sheesh. Wow. Wow.
But
Well, I'm glad.
there's
Huh?
demons everywhere, though. So
Yeah, you're right. I mean, even out here in California, we got them. You know.
yeah.
And, and do you feel like things are going in the right way in terms of these cases?
Oh yeah.
Took a long time to get here, but we're here, right?
Yeah, I think the first one start with next month.
Mm-hmm.
That's going
Yeah.
to determine the rest of the case.
Yeah. Do you think all of these 19 co-defendants, do you think they're all going to, try to support Donald Trump and say Donald Trump was right, or do you think they're going to flip?
They gonna flip.
They gonna flip.
Right flipper.
Yeah. They gonna do that?
They don't want to see themselves going to jail over this man, so they're gonna flip.
They're gonna flip. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
You
whose
got
birthday
plans
is
this
it?
weekend?
Nothing really major, nothing spectacular, just taking care of the affairs in the kingdom out there. All right.
All right, man. It's nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice talking to you. All
Keep
right,
that
and please
keep
keep
that
the good
kingdom
fight.
going.
All right.
All right, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Reggie. He has the courage to get in the box, ladies and gentlemen, and tell the truth. It's like my grandmother always says, you got to tell the truth and shame the devil. All right. All right. Then let's move on to our next guest. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, Jessica, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. I got up with my son. I've been listening to
Shady Lane. I see. Yes, you've been listening, huh? Are you there? Okay.
my son started coughing.
Oh, okay.
But I just wanted to come up here and let everyone know both sides are not the same. I keep seeing a lot of that in the comments.
Oh, wow.
And one president here has never been indicted. I think we know who that one is. But I just want to know why they still support him. They'll follow that man into hell if they say it's heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, I lagged out. Am I
You there? How are you doing, man?
think I may have to drop. You froze entirely on me.
Hello, can you hear me? Wow, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Okay,
Hello.
now are we?
Hello. I can hear you. Yeah, something's happening.
Yeah, that was.
Hello.
I'm here. I'm here. I see
Oh,
you now.
it's good now? All right. All right. Yeah, there was something that happened. I don't know. Maybe, that MAGA force is around
It's
and it's extra
Snuggles.
high.
It's Snuggles. He's here
It snuggles. Yeah.
every day
Yeah, I think
without
it is.
fail. I'm telling you. I think he's secretly gonna vote for Biden this year.
Yeah, I agree. Because he voted for Barack Obama.
I've heard that. I heard him say.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, Snuggles is a Democrat.
yeah, I think he's gonna turn over a new leaf. He's here every
Yeah.
day. He listens to you, even when he's sick.
Yeah.
He makes time for Zeus.
Yeah, he does, right? You called him out, Jessica. I love how you called him out right here in front of everybody. We know what he really is, a Democrat.
Oh yeah,
Just taking MAGA money.
exactly. He coin farms.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm gonna just call it like I see it. I don't even go in his lives, but I know it's all for clout. He follows your every move.
He
He
does.
copies what you say,
He does.
and then goes to his lives and tries
Yeah.
to spin a
Yeah.
little narrative.
Yeah. Yeah. He thinks he's Chef Boyardee, right?
I just wanted to remind everyone, one side is not taking away human rights. One side is not harming other people, limiting violence, being or go off.
All
So
right.
take up everyone's time. But have a great Friday. Have a great morning. I just wanted to share that little reminder.
All right. All right. Well, listen, Jessica, I would like to say thank you. All right.
Thank you for having me
Beautiful,
on.
Jessica. Amazing. Amazing. Oh my God. Listen, I see my internet. It sounds like it's my internet. So I don't want to, let's see, go too deep into this before this thing ends. It seems like my live may be experiencing some turbulence. If it does, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you all have a great rest of your day. But we're gonna rock it out. Good morning, Shady Lane. How are you?
Good morning. Oh, I didn't even know that. You picked me up here.
Yeah, I got you. I see you.
Good morning. So I'm celebrating my birthday today.
Oh, today is your birthday?
Celebrating it, yes.
Well, you know what we gotta do. You know what we gotta do.
I'm gonna show you guys my beautiful view because I'm Biden's economy. We're on vacation, so
Wait a second. You know we got to play the birthday song for you, Shady. Hold on. Everyone get your wallets out. Get your gifts out. We're about to do something very big. All right? And after this, we're going to wrap the show up. All right? So this is perfect timing, Shady. All right? This is perfect timing. And if I didn't get to you today, don't worry. There's always next time. All right? So let's get this show started. Now, what do you want to do? You want to show us the view first, or you can show us while we sing happy birthday? Which one?
Oh, I can show you while you sing happy birthday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. We are about to do this. Let's go. There we go. I heard it was somebody's birthday. Hey! It was somebody's birthday. Yeah. DJ Panda birthday song. Yeah. Yeah. Today is your birthday. We gon' sing it loud. Hey. Today is your birthday. I know you're so proud. Hey. Today is your birthday. We gon' turn out. Turn up. Happy, happy, happy birthday! Hey! Happy birthday to you. Hey! Hey! Shake, go to candles like a kiss. Throw a party, everybody bring gifts. Got a new outfit, and it's lit. Hey! Best day of the year you can't miss. All my friends is coming in. Hey! And my parents raise my allowance. Raise it. I'm jumping around, yeah, up and down. Hey, happy birthday, we gon' sing it now. Yeah. Today is your birthday, we gon' sing it loud. Turn up. Today is your birthday, I know you're so proud. Today is your birthday, we gon' turn out. Hey! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. We out in the woods. Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, get those gifts. Oh, my God. Let's do it. Hey! Hey, Angela! Happy, happy, happy birthday! To you. Hey! Hey, that's what you call a birthday shout out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you call a birthday shout out. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Now, it looks like you're in the woods. Hold on, let me get back to the full screen. So you're in the woods, huh? You're in the woods.
Yes, I'm in beautiful Sedona Red Rocks.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks fun.
On Joe Biden's economy,
Hey! Biden with Biden. I love it.
You know how we do, Zeus.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Shady, I appreciate that, and what a great way to wrap this show up. All right, and you stay
Thank
safe.
you all. Love you guys.
How long are you going to be in the woods? By the way,
until Tuesday.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, God. Yeah, that's definitely in there. All right. Well, listen, you have a safe and fun time while you're out there. Don't do anything that's going to result in you being in the middle of a scary movie. All right. I hear there's a lot of dangerous things you can do out there.
No. We're staying away from bears.
All right. Well, I love it. Well,
thank you, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Shady Lane a round of applause. Yes. Happy Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day weekend. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached that moment in the show where Zeus must now depart to tend to other affairs in the kingdom. The Wi-Fi is acting up, and I'm not sure how much longer we can go. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you all for spending your morning with me. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you enjoyed the panelists. Special thanks to my subscribers. Special thanks to my moderators. And actually, thank you to all of you, my good friends, even my critics, all right? Without you, this show wouldn't be possible. One last thing. To support the kingdom, or if you're interested, you can go to the link in the bio that shows you where my music is or merchandise, as well as other things, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your day. Take care and have a great weekend. I'm out of here. And I really am the most handsome in the kingdom. I really am. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. Tell them, Heaven. Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stand when I'm Thank you, Heaven. Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Miss Boss Diva, thank you. Reggie, thank you. Ringo, thank you. Nick, thank you. Pick up. If I didn't get to you today, I'm so sorry. I really am. Teddy, nice to see you. Thank you for the crown. Yes. It's Boss Diva. Thank you. Angie, love you too. Bamba, thank you. Now Negro, Mr. Schultz, I see Blackie Cat, nice to see you. Rio, Angela, gloves are off. Yes, Frederick. Meg. It's me, Jessica, thank you. I'm trying to be patient, but Rio, thank you. Queen Clay. Happy Friday, yes, love you too. You know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me Zeus. That's why they call me Zeus. Politically heard. Thank you. Chrissy. Thank you. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. No, unblock heaven. Please. I'm a god, call me Zeus. Yes, angel number 33. If you play around with love, then you're guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like I'm for Triple T. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a girl. Yeah, grab the juice. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me because I'm sweet like a tooth. Cut it out, Petty. Ben Sherry, thank you for the hat. You are all amazing. Katie Lane, stay safe. You know I'm so handsome. That's why they call me Zeus. When I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stand when I'm looking like Zeus. I'm about to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus. You're thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. Trump supporters, listen up. Get your act right. Yes. Shannon, nice to see you. Hey. Don't get caught slipping in the woods or you'll be dead like a moon. Let's go, Reggie.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take
one charge and they turn it into 36 charges, right?
every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage.
Right? All right.
His wife's a Trump agent. His family's
Harasser and an abuser.
And he's a big Trump fan. Ultimately, he's a Trump fan.
Yes, and his wife. One charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Let's go! Yeah! Have a great rest of your day.